a lot of men, it's not even so much the women. Shout out to my dog DDS. It's not even so much the women, but a lot of men has become incredibly feminine nowadays. I swear to God, it seemed like I'm gonna read super chats throughout the day. It's almost like they didn't have a father, or if they did, they had a very feminine father when they was growing up, or a father that wasn't a strong man. Sabrina, yes, I'm switching to Build the Biz. Well, I'll tell you about it in the Patreon. I'm gonna give a full update when I drop the updates with regard to the meetup. Shout out to you, Sabrina B. I'm telling you, it's like they didn't grow up without. But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you the context, right? So y'all know we do Fight Club overnight on the weekends, and so when I woke up this morning, and I don't really listen to music that much, so when I was listening to Fight Club this morning, and then I jumped on the panel, I heard that same old conversation about acknowledging me, why people ain't acknowledging my contributions, reparations, our ancestors, IPs, white people, systematic oppression, victim Olympics bullshit. You know what it is. What up, though, Rita? How you feel? Rita just walked in. It was the same thing. It was the same thing, right? And I did a show. I did a live stream last week where I did a segment where I was breaking down why women make less than men. No, this is not a Fiji ad. Let me turn this to the side. This is just water. I did a breakdown of why women make less than men. Last week, I clipped it up. It's on the Millionaire Morning Show, the whole 9 yards. It's under the business section on the channel. Go back and watch it. And if you read Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, which I recommend for most people, what you'll find is that women are a lot more effeminate, and they're a lot more agreeable and nurturing. And so what happens is women are just happy to be there, but then they grow disgruntled, which is one of the reasons why you start to see, thank you, I'm going to be reading super chats throughout the show, which is one of the reasons you start to see them say, yo, I want to see equal pay for equal work. What you don't realize is that you get what you negotiate, not what it is that you think that you deserve. I also see women do things like say, I deserve a good man. That's what they say. Let's put this whole contract thing to rest. They say that I deserve a good man. And then you know what we say? Why do you deserve a good man? Or if they decide to rock out with a dude that already got 3 baby fathers and they become, or 3 baby mamas, and then they marry him and become the 4th baby mama, and then she leave him, we still hold women accountable and say, but you picked him. We give no passes in 2023 and going forward for women making bad decisions for who it is that they decide to sleep with, have kids with, or who it is that they decide to work for. If you decide that you don't want to have a family and you want to become a modern woman, then men hold women accountable for then coming back after it is that they hit the wall and say, but you chose your career over your family, so eat that shit. If a man divorces her or if he sleeps with her and he never marries her, we say you're not entitled to half. As a matter of fact, we'll go so far as to say that if you are married and you didn't get a prenuptial agreement, men will fight and say family court laws, which I largely agree with, are egregious because they're based off of a time in which women didn't have the same rights or the ability to work as much as men. And we hold women accountable for taking half of a man's stuff because we don't feel like she was shooting in the gym, even if she was with him for an extended period of time in a marriage. But then I turn around and I see the hypocrisy, and I see grown men coming on panels in the comments, making comments and having conversations about what the fuck they think is fair and why they feel like they're being colonized. I mean, these are grown men talking about being colonized by a white woman in the comments, holding me accountable because I say you get what you negotiate, not what it is that you think that you deserve. We tell women all day, every day, you don't deserve a good man because you don't have one. I specifically say on a regular basis, listen, I don't believe that God should give you a good man just because you prayed for him in church. Why would he do that to him and you a piece of shit? See, the one thing about me, and the two things is for sure, is that I'm an equal accountability partner across the board. I don't give a fuck if you're a woman, man, white, black, all the way. If you do some good, then you get good compliments. If you do bad, then I got smoke for you. But the thing that I'm talking about here is, why should anybody give you anything? I do good business because I'm just the person that got it out the mud, so I understand it on both sides. I understand that me incentivizing you to do the thing that's in your own best interest may not necessarily be as a reflection of your negotiation skills, but just because I'm a nice fucking person. I'm willing to take the loss to bet on you. Now, you may turn around and fuck over me, and I might not make no money at all, but you still got your money, and so you say nice things about me and say, Anton, oh man, he does good business or whatever, so on and so forth, but you're not giving me my fucking money back. But guess what? I don't cry about it because that is the risk and a gamble and the way in which I've structured my business, in which I always take care of my people and I always make sure that they're overpaid because I've been so blessed to make a lot of money outside of content creation and YouTube. So I'm largely willing to invest a lot of that money that I've had outside of it into the platform because I see the long-term vision in content creation. But it does not excuse you from negotiating what it is that you're supposed to have if you believe that you deserve it. And if not, then walk the fuck away and take nothing. Which is why men make more money than women in corporate America. They're willing to say no, they're willing to walk away, but they're also willing to put in the work to build it on the other side of the conversation. I'm a Jay-Z guy. I'm not a Dame Dash guy. And I love the line, my favorite line of all time that Jay said. He said, listen, so these niggas made me, then make another me. Or make yourself. If you so great, then do it 2 times or do it 3 times or make another me. And then people get mad at Jay and then say, but he's supposed to still be taking care of a grown fucking man when he got a whole wife, kid, own companies and all of that other type of stuff. Let's just call it what it is. He benefited. It was a great partnership. When their time was up, he moved on. Now make another me. We tell women you get what you negotiate. You own what it is that you made your bed in. Sleep in that bed because your baby daddy left you because you picked him. But now we're supposed to have sympathy for grown men that don't know how to negotiate or don't understand things from a business perspective when you one Google search away or you one Patreon video away from being able to understand it for yourself. I have no sympathy for you. I have no sympathy for anybody. You get what you deserve. Wherever it is that you are in life, that's your bed, sleep in it. I don't care where you were born. I don't care where you come from. I see immigrants coming over here every day from third world countries, outworking you, outpacing you, and making you look bad. I don't care about your reparations. Listen, I don't care if you ever get it. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against it because it's going to fuck up my dollar and make inflation go out of control. And so I don't want them to pay you. I don't want you to have nothing. Don't give these motherfuckers nothing. As a matter of fact, not only do I not want you to get nothing from reparations, I think that they should tax you for breathing. Tax you for breathing this good old air. that we working so hard and paying our tax dollars for in order to be able to make sure that you got this good old air and this good old water. It's people in Detroit. Shout out to my dog, Steph is cold. I'm reading super chats in a minute. It's people in Detroit right now that say that they deserve water. They deserve clean water even if they don't pay for it. Says who? Back in the day, they had to go all the way over into the river and dig wells and filter the system themselves in order to make sure that all of their people in their village had clean water. Who said you deserved anything? Listen, I hope they don't give you a fucking dime. Now, as a matter of fact, if they create a I'm against reparations committee, I'm gonna be the first person to sign up and donate to it. You don't deserve nothing. You get what you negotiate. When did we start making weak men? What did your father tell you when you grew up? He told you that you deserve to have a good woman, or did he say you eat what you kill? You eat what you fucking kill. I went into the negotiation. First of all, I put my time in. I mastered my craft. I put my 10,000 hours in. And then when the opportunity presented itself and they said, Anton, I want you to come and work for this company, I said, nah, I'm good. And they said, listen, we can't not have you work for the company, so we gonna make you an offer that you can't refuse. And then we went into the negotiating table. I didn't sit there and complain about it. I'm not whining about it. You motherfuckers sit there and whine. Y'all don't whine to YouTube. Hey, hold YouTube accountable for taking all of your fucking money and taking the lion's share of whatever your percentages are. How come y'all not holding YouTube accountable? No, if YouTube kicked you off today, you gonna sit here and cry like a baby and advocate and beg your master to be able to give you your channel back. You ain't said nothing about the 30% that YouTube is taking and their haircut. No, you gonna abide by the fucking rules and you gonna do what you gonna do, or you can go and create your own platform, or you can go and jump on another platform. But nobody sat here and told you that you had to be on YouTube. You don't deserve anything. You eat what you kill. I'll be goddamned if I create a company, put my own money into it, build it up, and then a motherfucker gonna come in there and tell me how it is that I'm supposed to run my shit. My wife just walked in here. She can't tell me how to run my household. I'll take what she's saying into consideration. I'll listen to her. But I'll be goddamned if anybody comes into the place that I've built and tell me how it is that I'm supposed to run my shit. That go for anybody. That go for these blackity blacks. That go for women. That go for men. That go for all of them across the board. I don't give a fuck. Not even a little bit. When I was 5 years old, my earliest memory is me coming down the steps with an army machine gun, toy plastic gun, and my grandmother said, Anton, don't you shoot me with that gun. Anton, I'll call her right now. Anton, don't you shoot me with that gun. Anton, don't you shoot me with that toy machine gun. And you know what I did? And I got a whooping for it. I got a whooping for it. I got a whooping for it. And I was willing to take that L. And you know what I did the next day? I came down the steps with my machine gun, and they said, this boy just going to keep on shooting, ain't he? This boy going to keep shooting us with this machine gun, ain't he? Oh, she's sick? Okay. She just got back in town, didn't she? Really? Dang. Came right back down the next day with the machine gun. When I was growing up, they said Anton is a rebel. Yeah, she just texted me and said she said she on the phone. She'll call me back. When I was young, they said Anton is the rebel of the family. They said that I was the rebel of the family. Dog, listen. I had a great family. And I decided to walk my own way because I had outgrown the season that was my family. If I'm willing to walk away from my phenomenal family in order to do the thing that I feel like is purposeful for me, what makes you think I give a flying fuck about an avatar that got a letter on it on the internet in the comments saying what I'm supposed to do and what code I'm supposed to be on? Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck your family, fuck everything you stand for, and fuck your own code too. I got my own family, I got my own tribe, and they call it the bag chasers. I got my own wife, I got my own daughter, I got my own money, and I got my own platform. Do something about it. Do something about it. I got my own church, my own church members. I got my own everything. I ain't never asked a nigga for nothing. Do something about it. The only thing I say is be willing to do something, be willing to take the repercussions that come along with it, because I'm not one to sit idly by. Just you got freedom to do whatever you want to do. You got freedom to do whatever you want to do. Just be willing to deal with whatever come along with it. That's all I'm saying. You have no control over me. Nobody can control me. Nobody can control me. I am my own entity. I am my own tank. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. And if I decide that that's what I want to do, it ain't nothing that you can do about it except try to stop me. Just be willing to get that dough banged on. That's it. That's the end of the discussion. You get what you earn. You eat what you kill. Don't nobody owe you nothing at all. At all. Nobody cares about your feelings. They only care about the results. What are we talking about? They can't even control whether or not they can even live in a place that they living in right now. They begging the government to forgive their student loans. They ain't got no power. You ain't got no power. You ain't got no power. You vote in the interest of somebody trying to forgive you for something that you did to yourself. You ain't got no power. You can't even control your own baby mama. You can't say nothing to me. You ain't got no power. You crying on YouTube and your baby mama just kicked you out the house, my nigga. You ain't got no power. You have no control over your own well-being. You can't even get your own son on the weekends without the judge telling you what you should and shouldn't do. You ain't got no power. You can't even decide whether or not you can't even call off of work tomorrow, my nigga. You have zero control over your own life. If I were you, I would spend more time focused on fixing me than trying to tell somebody else what to do. You have no control. You can't even control whether or not you can breathe tomorrow. If somebody decided that you can't breathe no more, that's it. You can't protect yourself. You can't protect your child. You can't control your baby mama. Your daddy don't like you. Your mama hates you. Your community abandoned you. You can't even control whether or not you don't know nothing. You don't have car insurance. You driving illegally. Your license is suspended. They got a warrant out for your arrest. If we knew your real name right now, we could get you arrested and you wouldn't even have no control over your own freedom. You have no control. You have debt. It's people coming after you for your student loans. You asking Biden for forgiveness in the federal government. You can't even get your own woman in your own household to do what she's supposed to do because she out here fucking somebody else and you don't even know it. You don't even have enough money to be able to quit your job tomorrow, and you're sitting here telling me what it is that I'm supposed to do, and I'm rich as fuck. Verified. Receipts inside of the Patreon. All of the white people that y'all afraid of, they're my tenants. Rita, all of my tenants, what color are they? What did they just do this morning? They just paid their rent? Let me show you. Let me show you. It's the 3rd of the month. And I got all of my rent payments ASAP. All of them. Had them in this morning. Venmos. Everybody paid through Venmo. They all paid their rent this morning. They all paid their rent this morning. They all paid their rent this morning. Let me cover her name up. Shout out to my good white people. Shout out to my good white folks that's paying their rent on time. You know, white people, they pay their rent on time. White people pay their rent on time. All of them. All of them pay their rent on time. I'm telling you. White people pay their rent on time. All of them paid their rent on time. Every last one of them paid their rent on time. I don't pay them, they pay me. It's a difference. I don't pay them, they pay me. Pay your rent, my nigga. Pay your rent before you, before anybody ever say got any smoke for me, before anybody have any more smoke for me, make sure that your rent is paid on time. Before anybody has any smoke for me, make sure your rent is paid on time and you got car insurance and you got life insurance so we don't have to get a GoFundMe when it's your time. If you don't have your rent paid on time, if you don't have life insurance, and if you don't have car insurance to be able to get you to and from the job that you got to go and slave to that white man to, don't say shit to me at all. Once you do that, then we can go ahead and take care of business. All right? Okay, Pumpkin? Now let's put this to rest. Let's be done with this. Because I'm feeling real petty this morning. I'm feeling real petty LaBelle.